The fear of rejection is actually quite common, where we tend to hold back or play small because we don't want to do something that could cause us to be rejected by others. Now, if you've ever tried to do something but then talk yourself out of it because you were afraid that maybe someone wouldn't like what you're doing or would judge you or anything like that, then you may have been held back by this fear of rejection. And in this video, I want to share with you how to overcome this fear of rejection so you can be all of you unapologetically. So if that's you, if you really would like to overcome this potential fear of rejection and really step into your power, then stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to share with you a couple of tips on how you can do that. So stay tuned. Hello there, beautiful soul. In case you don't know me, welcome to my channel. My name is Kay Sanders. I'm a divine messenger and celestial healer, here to assist awakening souls on their spiritual awakening journey to really awaken to their power within so they can step into their power and create a life of more abundance, more success, more freedom, joy, happiness, whatever else their heart desires, and all while making a bigger impact in the world. Now, if this is you, if you're in your spiritual awakening journey, I want to invite you, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content. So going back to what I was saying about today's topic, about overcoming the fear of rejection and also really stepping into your power so you can be all of you unapologetically, because that's really what it boils down to, is to really be all of you without holding back, without hiding behind masks, and really be all of you and show up as your most beautiful expression of who you are deep within. So that's really what I want to talk about today, is how can you really do that. But before, let's just touch on why the fear of rejection, because it's actually quite common. Because let's face it, we will all want to be liked, right? We want to be liked. We don't want to be rejected. We want to be loved. We want to be accepted. And doing anything that could jeopardize this is causing us to hold back. Because just the thought that if you do something that someone may not like it, that maybe it would offend someone, that they may not accept you for who you are, that tends to then stir some fear within you or within us that holds us back, right? And I've seen it a lot in the spiritual community. Like, coming out of the spiritual closet is often very challenging for many. I remember at the beginning of my spiritual awakening journey here in El Paso, the people that I was around, they weren't really open to the woo-woo stuff, right? So whenever I start talking about that, I read the Akashic records, I work with my guides, I channel, I do energy work, people, they just gave me that, that raised eyebrow. They're like, what? And I could feel like, even I could see them shifting in their chair. I mean, they felt so uncomfortable. I mean, I could just feel, they probably thought that I was kind of bananas or whatnot with the things that I shared. So in the beginning, I was kind of holding back. So there was also this fear of being rejected. It was not until later down the road that I really stood in my power. And I'm like, no, this is who I am. I love who I am. I love this, all that quirkiness, the spiritual side, the new age. I love it. So I really started to embody that and help me overcome the fear of rejection. But I've seen it a lot where a lot of awakening souls, if they don't have, and even if you maybe don't have that support system, it may also cause you to kind of hold back. So that's also where this whole fear of being rejected really kicks in quite a lot. It's because you want to be liked, you want to be accepted. And if your views of the world, if your beliefs are different from others, well, they may not accept you for who you are. They may then talk down on you or do something or say something or whatnot that makes you feel not good. So to avoid those kind of situations, we often just hide behind masks. We often don't do what we want to do. We don't show up as our full expression out of fear that we may offend someone, that someone may not like it. We end up holding back. We're hiding behind those masks. But you see that the problem with that is it's not serving you. Because when you don't show up as the full expression of who you are, unapologetically, like really standing in your power, you are actually holding back. You are hiding a part of you. You're not fully you. That causes then an inner turmoil. because you're simply not showing up as the full expression of you. Think of it like that. You are pretending to be someone that you're not, just out of the need and desire to fit in. But it's really not serving you, because it is causing inner turmoil. Think of it like that. Your soul is screaming to be its full expression of itself. But then your fear of being rejected, of not fitting in, is causing you to then hide that part of you. So there's this whole inner tug of war going on, because your soul wants to be all of who he or she is, and you like, no, that's scary. I don't want to do that. And it can cause a lot of challenges then, because when you are not, you're depriving a part of you, right? That's basically what it boils down. You're depriving yourself of being all that you are deep within. And like I said, that's when you may then also have depression, anxiety, and just feeling totally low, and it's just life doesn't make sense. That's usually what happens when you are denying your soul to be all of who your soul is and really expressing yourself in that way. You're depriving yourself. You're holding back, and it's only causing a lot of turmoil within. Which is also why I was guided to do this video today about overcoming that fear of rejection, because you are meant to be all of who you are. You're meant to embrace that side within you and show up as that fullest expression of who you are unapologetically. So, are you ready to talk a little bit more about how can you overcome your fear of rejection? I hope you said yes. So the first thing is, I want to invite you to start believing in yourself more, to really love yourself unconditionally. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not in lack. You're not in limitation. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't need more learning. You don't need nothing. You are perfect just the way you are. You are exactly who you are meant to be in this time. So allow yourself to trust yourself more, to believe in yourself more, to love yourself unconditionally. Because if you can't love yourself, no one else can. So it all starts within you. And then also, be okay with people not liking you. Because quite frankly, if they don't like you or accept you, then they're not your people anyways. Would you want to be around people that don't accept you for who you are? Probably not, right? I mean, you don't want to be around someone that you don't like, right? So it's okay. We all have our own likes, dislikes, beliefs, what we want to be around, what we want to experience. It's okay if they don't accept you for who you are. Doesn't mean that you have to be someone else just to make them like you, right? That would be, I would consider that being fake, because you are not being your real self. So be okay with people not liking you, not accepting your viewpoint or whatnot. It's perfectly fine. And if you lose certain friends, and even long-term friends, that's perfectly fine too. Yes, it's not nice. It doesn't feel good. But going back to, do you really want to pretend to be someone else that you're not just to please someone else? That would mean that you're putting their needs, their desires over your own. That's meaning you're putting them first. You need to put yourself first. You are the most important person in your life, because at the end of the day, you are the most important person in your life. If you're not there, if you're not 100%, then you see what I mean? So be okay with people not liking you. Like I said, they're not your people anyways. If you let go of certain people that are not in alignment with who you are becoming, that only makes room for different people to enter your life. People that are more in alignment with what you do, with who you are becoming. And then also learn to really stand in your power, to see the immense value of who you are, of just being you, of you just being you. There's so much value in you just being you, because you have certain gifts, certain abilities, certain traits that are invaluable. So allow yourself to stand in your power, to see how immensely valuable you are just by being you. You don't need anything else to be valuable. You already are. Just by you being alive, by being here on this earth, in this timeline right now, you are valuable. You're also needed. You have an immense purpose in this lifetime. just by being alive, just by you stepping into your power and discovering who you are within and expressing the full expression of who you are. So you are really that valuable. Allow yourself to see that. Allow yourself to stand in your power. Because then also, the more you start loving yourself, valuing yourself, appreciating yourself, accepting yourself, trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, then this whole fear of rejection just swindles away. Because you are starting to really stand in your power. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing is going to happen. The world is not going to end if you allow yourself to be all of who you are deep within. Allow yourself to really love yourself deeply, unconditionally, and see the immense value that you bring to this world by you just being you. Because you are exactly who you are meant to be in this time right now. You are immensely needed. You are immensely important. And I'm not talking about the you that is hiding behind the mask of limitation, of trying to fit in. But no, you as the full expression of who you are deep within. And really showing up as that version. Every day, allow yourself to be more of you. Unapologetically. Don't apologize for you having certain beliefs or you having certain experiences. Maybe you are experiencing certain spiritual things. Maybe you're discovering your spiritual gifts that may not make sense to other people. Perfectly fine. Embrace that. Embrace who you are. Allow yourself to really step into your power. This is so powerful. This is so beautiful. And you are right where you're meant to be in this time, right now. Right where you're meant to be, and you are important. You are needed. As you are moving forward on your spiritual awakening journey, you will then also shift. You will uplift. You will raise in consciousness. You will raise in your vibration. You will then also uncover your soul's mission. The more you uncover, the more you really connect with who you are and show up as the full expression of who you are, the easier it will be for you to then really step into what you are meant to do here. Now, you may want to call it life purpose or soul's mission. I truly believe, and that's one of the guidance I've received, is our true life purpose is to awaken, is to step into our power. Because in the process of you really stepping into your power and discovering who you are and really showing up as the full expression of who you are, then what you are meant to do, your soul's mission, will then unfold. You will become aware of it. And then you will also feel more empowered to really step into it and doing that kind of work. Because usually when we are stepping into our soul's purpose, our soul's mission, it's scary because it feels like we have such big shoes to fill, because it's actually something that we so deeply love and enjoy, and it fulfills us, which brings up all kind of other stuff. Now, that's a topic for a different day, but just allow yourself to really step into that. It is going to be so empowering when you start doing that. Okay, so I have a couple of action steps for you that I want to invite you to do to really hone in on this, because you do have the strength within you to overcome this fear of rejection, to really do what you feel called to do. So I want to invite you, get a pen and paper or a journal, and then assess all areas of your life and ask yourself, where are you holding back? Where are you allowing any fear of being rejected to hold you back? Where you don't fully step into your true self, your full expression of who you are. Where are you hiding behind masks? So just write down all the areas of your life where you feel like you are hiding behind a mask, not being the full expression of you or holding back. That's the first step. Then I want to invite you to do some journaling about that and ask yourself, what do you fear the most? About whatever challenge that you wrote down, whatever area in your life that you wrote down. What do you fear the most? If you would truly, fully embrace all of who you are, unapologetically, what do you fear would happen or not happen? And then ask yourself, why do you fear this? What is the true reason behind this fear? And then you can ask yourself, is this even of truth? Oftentimes we look at certain things, let's say putting yourself out there. Let's say you're afraid of really letting the world know that, yes, I am on my spiritual awakening journey. I have spiritual gifts. I'm embracing this whole woo-woo side. Let's say this is one of the things that you're afraid of. Well, what's the true fear behind it? Maybe you fear that you are not going to be loved or liked or accepted, that you will then be alone. That could be really the true reasons that when you step into that the true reasons that you're afraid that you're going to end up alone because no one loves you, no one likes you, no one accepts you. The fear of being alone is often one thing that keeps us really from doing something, because, well, we are people, we love being around other people. Being completely alone is kind of scary, right? So allow yourself to ask yourself, like, what is the true reason? But then also ask, is this of truth? Do you have absolute proof that if you embrace all of who you are, that you're going to be alone? That no one is going to love you, that you have no person in your life, that you're going to be all alone. Now, like I said, this was an example. It's whatever you come up with. Ask you, do you have absolute proof that this is what's going to happen? You don't, because you don't know. Because you see, the thing is, as you are embracing who you are, you're going to meet other people. Yes, you may not be around the same people that you are with right now. So maybe some of the friends, you just outgrow them. It's not like that they don't love you no more or they don't accept. You're just outgrowing them. Perfectly fine. But allow yourself to consider, is this of truth? You're probably going to get a no. And this is quite empowering, because then you have a choice that you can make then. And then I want to invite you to journal about, what if you would allow yourself to let this go and to allow yourself to be all of you anyways. Journal about that. Free journal. Really write about whatever comes up for you. And then ask yourself and journal about this. What would it look like if you would be all of you, the fullest expression of you, unapologetically? And just allow yourself to just imagine, what would that look like? Just write whatever comes to mind. And you will be amazed how more expansive that might be. And then I want to invite you, allow yourself, each and every day, allow yourself to be a little bit more of you. Where maybe before you held back, allow yourself to maybe say yes to that. Move forward. Like I said, the world is not going to end. You're not going to just drop dead or die or lose everything that you have if you step into your power. It's safe to do that. And it's actually quite empowering when you start embracing more of who you are and really listening to soul, because your soul craves to be its full expression unapologetically. And allow it. Allow it. It is so empowering, because the more you really step into your power, the more empowered you actually feel, the more on like the top of the world you feel. So it's really beautiful, because it is within your power and it is safe to do so. Yes, like I said, you may lose certain people in your life, but it only makes room for something better. It only makes room for other people that will then help you move forward. Now, I truly believe that everything in your life happens for a reason. The people that come into your life, they may only be in your life for a certain time period, because everyone is somewhat of a teacher to you. So maybe you have outgrown certain people in your life and it's time for them to leave, to make room for the next set of teachers to come. So it's always evolution, right? You're evolving into that next level version of who you are. So allow yourself to kick the fear of rejection in the butt and just step into your power and be all of who you are, your fullest expression unapologetically. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It would also help me, reach more people here on YouTube. So I would definitely greatly appreciate it. If you liked it, maybe also leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this topic. And be sure to check out the video about how to overcome the ego, because if you are really challenged with stepping into your power, then it's probably because of your ego. So I do share a couple of tips in that video about how to overcome your ego. So it's really, really powerful. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being on this journey. And I truly hope that you're going to allow yourself to really be all of you unapologetically and really kick the fear of rejection in the butt, because it's just a fear. It's imagination of our ego mind. And I want to invite you, like I said, check out that video about overcoming your ego and kick the fear of rejection in the butt. So thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you again next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.